Good morning, my friends. This is April 14th, 2022, and it just so happens it is my birthday. I am 72 and very proud of that today. So I thought I would mention that first, and that I'm having an absolutely wonderful day, and I've had a wonderful birth week. My husband has given me 7 days of little presents and nice presents, and so I'm ready to tackle the next year. But I promised I would bring you back. Last week I showed you this oblong planter that I had so many tomato plants that had sprung up from a paper towel that I had put down that had the Everglades tomato seeds on it, and I didn't think it was going to germinate, and it certainly did. And I've got 24 starts over here, 26 actually, I think. And so anyway, last week, the 7th, I went through and I made a feeding here in the center, and I just wanted to check and see if the worms have actually gone for it. But you can see I'm still getting more of these little seedlings. I'm like, how many seeds could there have been on that paper towel? I just don't know. Look at these. I keep pulling them up each day, finding more and more. But anyway, let's just see what we see. Oh my goodness, there's more and more. And they're everywhere. All right, we'll ignore them, won't we? Okay. So here was the center. I'm just going to pull back a little bit. It was the whole way. I see some cocoons here. So I know they've been active. I hope everybody's having a good day. I am. I woke up at 2:30 this morning and thought, it's my birthday. Let the day begin. There's one little guy. He's not very deep. This is going down about a half an inch. Let's put him just to the side. I don't want to slice him. I can see heads and tails moving. Let's go right for the center. Let's take a bite out of the center, shall we? I remember this was, oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, plenty worms. Plenty worms. There's another here. I don't want to slice anyone in half, but yeah, I think they don't do a worm ball on all this slurry, but they're very happy to have it, I think. Remember, this was just Miracle Grow less than a year ago. I know those guys the whole way along. Oh, I'm pleased. They're having a good time. Everyone's made it through the cold spell. Look at that. Don't they look like they're just waking up? Oh, if I could just stretch this. Oh, yummy. What's Mommy bringing us? I have a nice treat for them today. Good for their health. Your mother always said, eat your vitamins. That's right. Eat your vegetables, and you'll grow up to be big and strong. Here's a lively little guy. He was just stretching out. Beautiful worms. Nice guy. All right. I'm not going to pull all of this apart. I'm not going to fluff it down to the bottom. There's actually a hole in the bottom of this planter, but it's one hole. I mean, whoever made this particular planter should have, I would have thought, 3 holes would have been what you would want. But maybe they figured that, you know, one hole was enough and worked for them, I guess. I'm going to put down a little bit of cardboard here first, just because this is really going to be kind of soupy. It's frozen. And this is just shredded cardboard. Rick gave me these gifts for me that most people would go, what on earth? That doesn't look very romantic. But this is a 12-sheet shredder. And now that we're all buying from Lord Amazon, all of our extra things, we seem to be getting all this good stuff. So this is from my NutriBullet, and my kale is coming out really hardy. I mean, it's just, oh my goodness, it's producing so well this year. First time I've ever grown regular kale. I've grown decorative kale, and that's beautiful. But anyway, this is just regular kale, and of course, it's gotten to the point, it's a curly kale, and it's gotten to the point where it's so long that the each leaf is about, close to 16 inches maybe. And so those that center stem is a little bit too hard to eat. So anyway, they've been frozen, and now I have them made them into slushy. So because the worms just love slushies, so they tell me. So we're going to put that there. That works. Take a little spoon here, and we'll try and get it. It did just come out of the freezer, and so we're going to work that along. That'll be good. They'll like that. All right. And now we're going to give it a little bit of, this is cornmeal and ground Quaker's oats. Give it a little splash. And then our all-time favorite, which is the grit for them. And a little bit of that over top of it so that they have something to work it all down with. And I usually give them coffee grounds, but I seem to have forgotten them. So I'm just going to push this down because I don't want it to be too humpy. And we're going to cover this over. And I'm just amazed at how many worms there are. I would guess there's at least 1,000 in here. And I started out with just a few. I mean, they say every 40 days they can double their numbers, and I certainly believe that because they do with the right conditions. Now I have to say I was over on this side. I'm not going to do anything here this morning, but I was over on this side, and I was this side is a little bit drier. I just keep it that way because I've got the sweet potato vine over here, and I don't want it to rot. So it stays a little bit drier than the first side. Excuse me. And I see far less worms over here. I still see plenty, but I see far less than I do over on this side. So that this second one is going to be the one that gets tackled as soon as I find a home for my tomato plants. And so that's it for today on this. I don't cover it. Although I will tell you that when I was putting the covers on here, like if I had this down and left it, tomorrow morning when I came back, this would just all be worms up at the top. And so it's just, it amazes me. Oops, there's one already hanging on. I'll move them back over there. But, if I wanted to retrieve worms, then just, and it's almost, it's not so much that it's keeping it dark, but I think it's just a secure weight on it, and they come up and just tuck in. Um, so anyway, that was it. That was all I wanted to show you, was that I think I'm going to make a little puffy mound here on it, and we'll see how that works, and we'll check back maybe in another week and just see how they're doing. So garden what you've got. I certainly always do, and I seem to have many projects going on and things that are making me happy. And since today's my birthday, I plan on doing anything I want and anything that makes me happy. And being out on my back porch and looking up at the sky and appreciating everything I have is what makes me happy. So take care. I hope you all will subscribe and ring the bell and come back and see me again. And I promise I'll be here. Take care. Bye-bye.